Okay, this is another example where we have multiple fractions, so we can't just cross multiply. This is over 1. But our common denominator, if I take out the 2, is 2 times x plus 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3 terms. If I'm going to multiply each of them by 2 times x plus 4, I need to write that down next to each one. 2 times x plus 4. 2 times x plus 4. So then, before I multiply, I'm going to reduce each fraction. So this fraction goes from all of this madness to just 2 times that, which is 4x plus 28. Okay, now this is a minus, and this is a big deal here. This is minus, what I'm going to get is a 2 times a 2, which is 4, times x plus 4. So I'm going to say 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 4 is 16. That's a plus 16, but only temporarily, because that should be a minus. So I'm going to distribute the minus here in a sec. Nice thing about this is once I've factored that and I'm multiplying the top and bottom by the same thing, it all just goes away. So I end up with a 2x plus 20 over here. So I always like to encourage and suggest that when you have minus and a set of parentheses, and if you don't have a set of parentheses, you're going to overlook this very likely, change that to a plus, change that to a minus, and that to a minus. That way you pay attention to the fact that both of these are negatives. You distributed that negative. So the good thing about this is the x plus 4's go away, and you have a 28 minus 16, and that's a 12. So you have 12 equals 2x plus 20. All right. So if we subtract the 20 from both sides, I end up with oh yes, look what happens here. I end up with a negative 8, which concerned me, because my concern was that if I look at that and I divide by 2, I don't have an answer that's in my box here, except for dun dun dun, no solution. And the deal here is when I plug in negative 4 into either of my two denominators, I end up with a no solution. That's important to check out, because you're not going to probably have one of these little answer keys on the side here. So you need to, if there's a solution space available, you want to make sure you check and see. This is what's called an extraneous solution, and if you plug it in and it doesn't work, then you want to make sure you make note of that. Okay. Here, one thing you probably ought to remember, because we've seen this before, is you take out a negative 1, you end up with an x minus 4. So your common denominator needs to be not only x minus 4, but also a negative 1 times x minus 4. So negative 1 x minus 4 and negative 1 x minus 4. Everything cancels here. The x minus 4's cancel there, and you're stuck with a negative 1 here. So, well, yeah, you got a 2x then, which is this guy, equals a negative x squared. You got to move that to the other side. You end up with x squared plus 2x equals 0. You factor out an x, sorry about the lack of room here, equals 0. Set them both equal to 0. You have one solution, it's negative 2. The other solution is 0. And so you have those two solutions there.